It's Sunday afternoon, and Marcus is sitting at the kitchen table with his laptop open and his daughter asleep upstairs. He's Googling, how much should I have saved by 35? First result says 2 times your salary. Second says 1 times. Third says $100,000 minimum. Fourth is a Reddit thread where someone has $400,000 and the comments are calling them behind. Marcus closes the laptop. He's 35. He has a 401k. He has a house. He has about $58,000 across all his accounts. And he has no idea if that makes him okay or if he's quietly losing a race nobody gave him the rules to. My name is Nick. Today, we find out exactly where Marcus stands and where you stand.
Let's start with the number that started the panic. The average American, aged 35 to 44, has a net worth of around $549,000. $500,000 at 35. Here's the problem. That number is the average, and the average is lying to you. When you add everyone's net worth and divide by the number of people, one tech founder in a room with 9 regular people makes everyone look wealthy on paper. Technically accurate, practically useless. The median is different. The median is whoever is standing exactly in the middle when you line everyone up from poorest to richest. That's your neighbor. That's Marcus. The median net worth for Americans aged 35 to 44? $135,600. Not $549,000. $135,600. A gap of over $413,000 between the headline number and actual American reality. Pause the video right now. Seriously. Open your banking app, your 401k, everything you have. Add up every dollar you own. Include home equity if you have it. Subtract every dollar you owe. Mortgage, car loan, student loans, credit cards, all of it. Write down the number. Here is the real scoreboard for age 35 in 2026. Under $27,900, bottom 25%. Around $135,600, you are the median, exactly in the middle. Around $400,000, top 25%, genuinely doing well. Around $900,000, top 10%. $4.7 million or more, top 1%. Hold that number, because whatever it says, it is almost certainly hiding something.
Here's what nobody tells you about these benchmarks. For the typical 35-year-old, most of that net worth number isn't liquid. It's locked inside a house. Take the median, $135,600. Subtract $110,000 in average home equity for this age group. Marcus is left with about $25,600 for everything else. Emergency fund, retirement savings, college fund, the whole financial cushion, all of it. And before you say at least there's the equity, home equity is not money. Not in any form you can use on a Tuesday. You cannot pay a car repair with home equity. You cannot cover a medical bill with home equity. To access it, Marcus has to sell, refinance at today's rates, or take out a home equity line at 8 to 9% interest, a bank charging him to borrow his own money. Strip home equity out of the median net worth for this age group, and the number collapses by 60 to 70%. The $135,600 that sounded okay looks very different now. Now, the retirement number. Fidelity's benchmark. By age 35, you should have 1 times your annual salary saved specifically for retirement. For Marcus at $97,000 income, that means $97,000 saved. The real number? The median 401k balance for Americans aged 35 to 44 is $35,537. And about 33% of households this age have essentially 0 in retirement savings. 1 in 3. Here is what that gap actually means.
To retire at 65 and replace 80% of his income, Marcus needs approximately $1.375 million in retirement savings. He has $35,537. That is a $1.34 million gap. I'm going to show you exactly how closable that is. But first, one thing you need to hear clearly.
This is not a discipline problem. The 35-year-old today graduated into a financial crisis, a housing market that tripled before they had a down payment, student loans that compound quietly for a decade, and childcare costs that run $16,000 to $26,000 a year before you save a single dollar. The median first-time homebuyer today is 38. In 1990, it was 28. That missing decade of home equity represents $80,000 to $150,000 in wealth that simply wasn't there to build on. The benchmark was written for a different game. You are not failing at it. You are playing a harder version of it. Now, here's what this whole video has been building toward. 35 is not behind. 35 still has a 30-year compounding window. And the most powerful part of compounding happens in the final decade, not the first one. Here's the math. Starting from Marcus's $35,537, contributing $1,100 a month at a 7% annual return, he hits $1.38 million at age 65. $1,100 a month. One form updated, one automatic transfer setup. Never touched again. In the last 10 years alone, from age 55 to 65, the portfolio adds over $400,000. More in the final decade than the first 2 decades combined. Marcus still gets all of that. The window is still open. He just has to actually climb through it. So what does Marcus do with his 45 quiet minutes? He goes to his 401k portal. He's been contributing 5%. His employer matches up to 4%. He's been leaving 1% of free money on the table every paycheck because he never updated the form after his March raise. He changes it to 6%. Full match captured. That additional dollar just earned a 67% return before the market did anything. Then he opens a Roth IRA, sets up a $583 monthly transfer. The 2026 annual limit spread across 12 months. Automated. First of every month. Before the money has somewhere else to go. Total, $1,100 a month. That is the whole plan. At 7% over 30 years, that one Sunday afternoon decision is worth $1.38 million when Marcus turns 65. For a form and an automatic transfer he set up while his daughter was asleep upstairs. So where do you actually stand? Above $135,600, better than half of America your age. Above $400,000, top quarter. Under $27,900, 1 in 4 of your peers is right there with you. But the number you wrote down today is not the number that determines your outcome. The number that matters is where you'll be in 2056. The average 35-year-old is not failing. They're running a harder race with a scorecard written for an easier one. The window is 30 years wide. Go open the account, update the form, set up the transfer. Do the boring thing. Drop a comment telling me which part of the scoreboard you landed in. I read every single one. And if you want the exact moves to close the gap fastest from wherever you're starting, that video is right there on your screen. Go watch it next. I'll see you in it.